There's sort of two dimensions to pastoral ministry as an academic course. Part of it is learning to just the practice of ministry. So the course is called Life and Work of the Pastor, and I divide that up very logically into the life of the pastor and the work of the pastor. And so we talk a lot about the pastor as a person and what it means to take responsibility for one's own life, some spiritual formation, continued lifelong learning, learning to be a leader, those kinds of things. And then the work side of the pastor's ministry is part of it, which has to do with learning how to perform weddings and baptisms and liturgies and sermon planning and worship planning and all those day in, day out components of work that one does as a pastor. So part of it's very practical. And the other side of it, though, is quite reflective. It's learning to think about what one's life in ministry is as a pastor, because it's a changing field. There's the churches our students will serve as pastor, not the church that I served. And if they can learn to think about what it means to be a pastor and be reflective about ministry, they'll make those adjustments along the way and develop their ministry in the context of the places that God sends them. Part of my role is to direct the mentoring program, and at Truett it's a little different than it is at other schools. I've been in contact with people who do this work in other places, and what seems to be unique about Truett is that one is the length and intensity of our mentoring program. Students receive 12 hours credit, which is one full semester that is given to being in the field and doing ministry with a mentor and doing some reflective work and lots of reading around that. So they receive 12 hours. The second thing that's sort of distinctive about ours is that it's more of an independent study. Most schools have some classroom component to the mentoring or internship program that they do. And ours is done as an independent study. Students enlist a mentor, they enlist a professor who will work with them. They develop a syllabus, and then they invest 12 hours of semester work, about 30 hours a week, either during the summer or one full semester, and turn in their work at the end of that time with the evaluation of the mentor and receive a grade for 12 semester hours. So it's fairly intense and it's independent study. And like pastoral ministry, it is an attempt to do reflective ministry. So hands-on, learning the practices of ministry, but also learning to be reflective about it. Students do mentoring all over the map, literally. This summer we will have students in Chile and Hong Kong, in areas around Waco and Dallas and Houston, in Washington State. They'll find a mentor who is doing the kind of work they want to invest their life in and make arrangements to be with them in that context. So they do their mentoring in a lot of areas. The goal is for them to mentor with someone who is doing the work they eventually want to do. And so they get a chance to follow them around. Some of them do academic mentoring. They see themselves as teachers later. And so they'll work with a university professor and do their mentoring in that area.